Can a flash look beautiful? Yeah. This one can. Yes, certainly can. So today we're talking about the Lux Senior, Godox Lux Senior. Retro flash, they call it. Just has the flash unit, a carrying case, which is pretty cool, and 2 cables, 1 USB charging cable. It's pretty long. I really like that. And the PC sync cable if you have a camera that doesn't have a hot shoe. So first, when you open it, you have to press this little red button. Pops out the flash. Open up the beauty dish part, and it looks very similar to any other retro or vintage flashes of the day, except that you don't have to replace the flash bulb, which is getting very hard to come by. Well, they don't make them anymore, so you're buying new old stock, and hopefully they work, but this is so much cooler to have. So the actual use of it, and I've been playing with it on my modern camera, my R6, and it works great, as well as my film cameras, which in another episode of this review, I will go through the use of it on actual film cameras. So to actually operate it, it has one switch for on-off. It goes off, manual, and automatic. The auto mode works pretty well. Well, one thing to note, that this is not a TTL flash, in that there is no communication to the modern cameras like my Canon flash. So this is a manual type flash. Although it does have an auto mode, in the auto mode, it will cut off the amount of light once it reaches the sensor. In manual mode, then you turn it to M, then you have the power switch, which goes from 64th power all the way up to full power. And there is also a dial, which you use that to set your ISO to the distance that you are from your subject. And it's set in meters, so if you're 2 meters away from your subject, and let's do this. So let's say I'm using 400 ISO on my camera, and I am 2 meters away. Then you look up at the top part where the f-stops are and the power. Then if I want to set my camera to f5.6, then it's at 8th power. I could put it at f4 and go to 16th power, and so on. I can go to f11, half power, 16, full power. So, and that works very well. And also, obviously, you could use it with a flash meter. So it does have 2 slave modes, S1 and S2. S1 is where it will just fire when it detects a secondary flash. And we can test that. I'll put my other camera or my other flash on. And if I fire that, then they both fire. obviously as long as it sees the sensor. The S2 mode does the same thing, but if you have a TTL flash, and then if the flash has a pre-flash, then this flash won't go off for the pre-flash. It'll wait till the second flash, and then it'll go off. But for manual flashes, like if I was using a strobe, one of my studio strobes, I could definitely set this up as in the background as a background light, hair light, whatever. That would work pretty well. But one thing I wanted to point out is it has the beauty dish, obviously, but you don't have to use it with that, which is pretty cool. So with this, with this open, it focuses all the light forward from this, obviously. But if you close it and now you set it off, it will be just like a bare bulb flash and light up more of the room, and you get more even light. If you're in a larger room, then open this up and it would focus more forward. Outdoors, you would probably have this open like this all the time, and that would work just great. We'll have some photographs of how this works in different modes and different powers, and like I said, it just works very, very well. I'm really happy to have this, especially with my my film cameras, because I do a lot of vintage shoots, and just using it as a prop, it works great. And let's see, I can show you here how it will work. Take that one off, put this one on. And then, since this camera has a cold shoe, we have to put this on. This plugged in to the PC sink, and open it, pop out, turn this on, either auto or manual, cock the shutter, and it fires. It's just amazing. Now, oh yeah, I wanted to mention this. So for cold shoe mount cameras, you will have to put, and it's in the manual, you have to put either a piece of paper, or I put a piece of tape, electrical tape, on top the cold shoe mount. And that's so the little electrode doesn't short out between the ground and the positive of the contactor. And in that case, if you did do that, all that would happen is the strobe would fire, and it would never get the sync to fire when it needs to. So you need to insulate that, that's all. But for a modern camera, or any other more modern film camera that has the center post, then there's no need for the sync cord. It'll sync through let's turn this back on. But all in all, having fun with it. It looks great, works great. We'll test it with the film cameras next, but modern cameras right now. Thank you.